vicious left by Johnson, who sneaks in and sneaks out. Johnson 31-2-1 with 20 KOs. Parks 22-0 with 18 knockouts. And now Reggie Johnson getting a little more fluid, showing some back and forth movement. He brings the experience in the ring. Parks in his last fight, a tough one against Percy Harris, was bothered by the jab and the boxing ability and the combinations by Harris. But he wore Harris down and came on to stop him in the 10th.
Yeah, hold it, come on.
Good punches by Reggie Johnson in this round. But these punches are waking up Lamar Parks, too. He came out slow at the opening part of this round. Now he's finally getting going in this round. You know, you try to go out and you establish the control for that round. You tell your opponent you're the boss, and you do that in the first 30 seconds.
Lamar Parks showing great patience.
Good combination, and then movement. Look at this. From Reggie goes in, he scores, good combination, and then he moves. It's so hard to retaliate with fighters like that. Found a home for that straight left. Now Lamar has got to turn this around. Lamar's got to get back to that left jab.
Maybe being...
Now it's hard to use that left jab because of the jab of Reggie. Reggie blocks your jab with his own.
And now the swings by Lamar Parks.
And here's what Lamar should not be doing, following around Reggie. What his dad, David, asked him to do between rounds is say, bring Reggie to our corner. Bring him over here to this side of the ring. He said, you've been following him around the whole fight. That's the way to do that. You get in, you score a good combination, and then he has to retaliate. Now, you bring him into your den. You make him come back to you.
Johnson tastes the straight right from Lamar Parks.
Good right hand.
Lamar has been stalking most of the fight, and they're in the quick hands that I would think his corner would like to see a little more about this time. 5th round scheduled for 12, this championship fight.
When fighting left-handers, you think too much. You think about the punches that will work instead of throwing them, and that's where you get caught. You stand there and pose, and they nail you. They're used to fighting the right-handed fighters. You're not used to fighting the left-handers.
It was unreal.
Al Albert along with the champ Sean O'Grady. USA's Tuesday night fights. The WBA middleweight championship in the spotlight tonight right here in our main event. Round number 6, the champion is in the white. Reggie Johnson, 31-2-1 with 20 knockouts. And he won the title 6 months ago, beating Stevie Collins, making his first defense tonight. He goes up against the 22-year-old youngster Lamar Parks of Greenville, South Carolina, who is undefeated in 22 fights with 18 knockouts. Reggie Johnson, right here from Houston, 26 years old.
And some good combinations by Parks. His dad between rounds told him, you've got to let go with those uppercuts. And already in this round, I've seen 4 uppercuts from Lamar. You have to rely on your corner to tell you the mistakes that your opponent's making. You can't see them.
In the Tony fight and the Collins fight, there was a tendency of Reggie Johnson to let up somewhere in the fight, which could be dangerous against a power puncher like Lamar Parks. He has not let up yet tonight.
Again, that overhead shot. See how close those front feet are? You got to be careful of that. And there's the good movement by Reggie, going around behind Lamar Parks. If he can get around behind Parks and then score with the right hook, oh, those are so obnoxious. Those punches get you in the side of the head. You don't know where they're coming from. You get confused. And then they pop you with a straight left.
I would say obnoxious and painful.
No, you're too busy. You're thinking. These punches don't hurt. You're too busy thinking. It'll hurt tomorrow. The first day post-fight is bad. The second day is worse. And then you usually get better.
In Parks' 22 fights, he has gone 10 rounds or more on 4 occasions. None of the other fights has he gone past the 5th. So here he goes into round number 6. And another advantage, you would think, for Reggie Johnson taking this fight longer. Johnson has gone 12 rounds 4 times. Parks once.
now Johnson trying to slow it down just a notch, trying to slow Lamar down, then he can fire quick combinations. Settling down, he's flat-footed, he's tying up, he's trying to slow the tempo down to his speed, and then he'll probably come up with a good, big, quick, fast combination.
And Lamar Parks' dad, David, in the corner, wants a few more combinations from his youngster. 5 seconds left in the sixth, the halfway mark in this title fight.
It's a little confusing to throw a jab against the opposite side fighters, those left-handed fighters, but you can get them in. You have to keep throwing them. Get your opponent to watching that left jab, even if it misses, even if you hit his glove, and then you can crack him with the right hand.
Join us ringside here at the Summit in Houston, Texas. It's the champion in the white who is the underdog. 8-5 underdog, Reggie Johnson, the challenger, Lamar Parks. And why do you think he's the underdog?
Well, they take a look at Lamar Parks' record. They take a look at his background, his history. They take a look at the people surrounding him. You know, he's got Madison Square Garden as his promoter. I mean, these people are all great people in the sport of boxing, good quality names. Plus, he comes, you know, he's had several fights in New York. The Garden is in New York. He's really, they have been so impressed with him, they've been able to convince other people.
So, in other words, they're more impressed with Parks, even though he hasn't had the championship experience that they realize the potential in this kid. And you know, there is a lot of potential in this kid. When you look at him, he's doing a terrific job in there tonight. Tonight, Lamar Parks, he won his first fight in a decision, then 13 straight knockouts before he stepped in against a spoiler. Gennady McAloon went 10 rounds. He then went 10 rounds with Lester Yarbrough and 12 rounds with Lindsey Morgan. Since that time, he's reeled off another 5 straight knockouts, including KOs over Don Giron and the one over Percy Harris. So 18 knockouts, 22 wins, 22 fights for the 22-year-old Lamar Parks.
And he says, I'm still learning as a fighter. Even in this fight tonight, he is expecting to learn.
If he wins this one, does it set up a head-to-head with Roy Jones? Well, if it does, Roy Jones and Lamar Parks kind of grew up in the amateurs together. Oh, and there's a big shot by Parks and follows it up. And we'll see if now he takes advantage. No, says Reggie Johnson. Don't sweat it. He signals to his Houston faithful.
No means yes in boxing.
And Parks trying to pick up the pace now, chasing Johnson. But Parks and Roy Jones, pretty good friends. Both trained by their fathers. Roy, of course, no longer, but in the amateurs, the fathers knew each other very well. So I don't know if you'll see a fight right away. Now it is Johnson who comes from the hips with those shots. And this one just warming up after 7. Budweiser, the king of beers, bringing you Tuesday night fights on USA. 7 rounds down. Let's go into the corner of the champion, Reggie Johnson. Listening to Joe Goosen.
Time to box at the beginning of the round, but start putting the pressure on him a little bit. He is starting to wear down, and you are landing the big shots when you're coming forward, okay? You hear me, Reg? Okay. So give him the... You all right, Chuck? Give your arm, baby. You hear me though, Reg?
And now let's go across the ring. David Parks right in the face of his son.
You're not going to get there. And then you land your food and you let him come back on you like he did with Percy Harris. Get up and fix yourself at a time. And get up and do it again. Keep doing it. You got to keep doing it. You can't.
Seem to be a little more satisfied in the Reggie Johnson corner.
Well, here is some more of Lamar Parks scoring. I really don't know what he's upset about. You know, you're getting a lot of heat out there in the middle of the ring, not to get thrown on the griddle when you come back to your own corner. You know, I think Lamar's doing a terrific job, but here he's coming out with more intent. Now, this could play into the hands of Reggie Johnson if Reggie can use it to his advantage now. You get your opponent running after you, then you can nail him.
Joe Goosen saying to Reggie Johnson that he thinks Lamar Parks is wearing down. Do you see that at all?
Not yet. Not yet. He may be worn down by the 13th round, but this one's only scheduled for 12. You know, I would think there would be more concern over in that corner. Joe Goosen perhaps now needs to start saying, you got to get fired up. You got to get with this program, Reggie. Come on, Reggie, slap him around a little bit, motivate him. That's one of the great things about Lou Duva. Great corner man because he's such a terrific motivator. He can really fire you up. He can turn you up or turn you out.
Reggie Johnson, who began boxing at the Salvation Army Boys Club of Houston. He grew up in the dangerous 5th Ward